Hello and welcome to my world. Full disclaimer, this video is being recorded February 10th, 2023. And some folks may wonder why am I getting into the habit of saying the data when it was recorded? Because I feel my style, my approach is to be as straightforward and honest as possible. And plus, if some things happen, as I've been made painfully aware of, that you just never know. You just never know. And so putting dates on stuff, it just lets things know what was happening, what was going on, and things of that sort. So this is going to be another video of me going through a box with VHS tapes, and a friend of mine suggested something as relates to trying to store and preserve these tapes until I figure out a more permanent solution, is to find uh, uh, like a proper storage thing instead of having them in a box. So I got these. Y'all have already particular tapes have already been displayed, but it's kind of like a case, almost like a suitcase, a clear suitcase. Perfect, neatly stores about 50 or so, and I kind of figure I probably need about 6 of these regarding all the other tapes that I have, just a best estimate. The only big problem with this is that this case is not really suited for storing those big old Disney clamshell tapes. So those are a bit of a problem. But at the very least, I have a solution there, and I went ahead and I got the same thing for DVDs, which you see over there. That'll be a whole other thing for me to go through. What DVDs are in my collection, and I can probably, those will end up being shorter videos because I want to get all the DVDs into cases like those, and this way we can just go through them one by one and so forth here. So, lean down, lift up. Like I said, I don't do video editing, folks. I prefer going live to hard drive. Is how I do things. So, here is this particular box. You can already tell a few things that are in it that might be of interest to some folks. So we'll grab stuff that is immediately on top, and I'm already looking down a bit. There's some good stuff in this box. We open up with John Travolta, Christian Slater, and Broken Arrow. Those who saw the watched the 90s action movie tier list video knows I have not watched this. We got the Marx Brothers in Monkey Business. It has all 4 of the Marx Brothers in it. Groucho, Harpo, Zeppo, and Chico. I always forget Chico. So, Monkey Business, I have never seen it. I've often seen clips of the Marx Brothers, but I never actually sat down and watched a full movie. This is some... Wow. Okay, we can toss that. Movie called Death Ring, starring Norris, Drago, McQueen, Swayze. I'm assuming that's not Patrick Swayze, Steve McQueen. Not sure which Drago, or Chuck Norris. No, that is Mike Norris, Billy Drago, who was in The Untouchables, apparently, and Pale Rider. Chad McQueen, who was in The Karate Kid, and Don Swayze. Yes, and they're labeling this as a brand new generation of action stars. Oh, wow. Never watched this, don't even know, but okay, that's a thing there. Elizabeth Shue, Kevin Bacon, and Hollow Man. I've never seen this. I've never watched it. There we go. This is a movie I have seen, however. 5 Academy Awards, Tom Hanks, Saving Private Ryan, and I saw this movie in theaters with my grandmother, on my dad's side rather. I saw this, and I also saw it during my very very short brief vilified stint in the United States Army. I saw it there because they rewarded us with that, and I need to type something here. Here again, I got something else going on my main monitor here at the same time. There, so I multitask. What we got here? This tape does not have a box. Apparently, bought via rental from it's Batman Returns, and this I know this one was bought when a video rental place closed down. They sold off their inventory, and so that's how that one got into the collection without its box. And speaking of Disney clamshells, we got Robin Williams' Jumanji. I do remember seeing this in theaters. Matter of fact, I saw Batman Returns in theaters too. Keep in mind when that came out, I was like in early, first, second grade, somewhere there's about. And Jumanji I saw in theaters. Very good film. One of the very few films with Robin Williams that I can say I actually enjoy. I'm one of those that fall into the camp where Robin Williams with me is very hit or miss, and like the stuff that I liked him in is that Good Morning Vietnam, the movie Toys, and that's pretty much it. Actually, it's mostly missed with Robin Williams. We got. Holy shit. I'm gonna put this one off to the side there. I just something there from. I never thought I'd see that tape again. So let me just grab a couple of others here. We got here Raiders of the Lost Ark. Excellent movie. And perfect considering there is a new Indiana Jones movie coming out. I will not go see that in theaters. I'm past that point. Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. An excellent movie. Batman Forever. This one, didn't we have another one of these in another box? Wait, do I have 2 of these, or am I remembering the action movie tier list? But yeah, did see this one in theaters. And again, we didn't have 2 of these. It's because I'm just remembering what I was saying. Val Kilmer and Chris O'Donnell were too close in age to really pull off the believable Batman-Robin dynamic, as far as I'm concerned. Whoa. We got Ghostbusters. And this is the 1994 VHS release. Thing is, though, I do remember we had a different version of this. Maybe I had another version of the box. Eventually I'll double check because I'm going to put them all in those cases I showed off. And Ghostbusters 2, and on the RCA Columbia Pictures label, you can always tell with the red border on one side. And this is this one. This takes me back too. And it's like, remember the box being chewed up, broken. Everything. This tape is this tape has been places. It's been through a number of different house moves and things of that sort. So it's takes me back. It really takes me back to the early '90s, and also seeing Ghostbusters 2 in theaters. So. We got another movie that was bought from, and this one was bought from Blockbuster. October 20. Resident Evil, Mila Jovovich and Michelle Rodriguez. It's been a long time since I've seen this one. Didn't see it in theaters. Actually, first time I saw Resident Evil, I believe it was at my cousin Francis's apartment with her Aunt Grace. We went over there. Matter of fact, a funny thing, again, that would have been the first time I seen this movie. It was also the first time I played Dance Dance Revolution. So, yeah. So I got fond memories of when the first time I saw this one. Jurassic Park speaks for itself. Kind of mandatory to be on almost any VHS collection. I'll pull out 4 tapes here at once. The New Adventures of Robin Hood, starring Earl Flynn. I have never seen this version of Robin Hood. Ever. I don't know why I just never sat down and watched it, but kind of is what it is there. This would actually take my brother back, because he loved The Wizard of Oz. Yeah, and... Whew. It's like, I'm surprised this tape is still in one piece with how often it was watched. Can I get the tape out here? Question. I got a question: is it rewound? Yes, it is. So definitely a lot of fond memories of watching this, and again, my brother watched this tape a lot. It's like fond memories of that. One of the few Jim Carrey movies I actually liked, The Mask. Although it's been a while since I've seen it, has the worst version of Cuban Pete imaginable. And then again, I have a great deal of respect for Desi Arnaz. So, and a movie again, I watched this tape a lot. Who Framed Roger Rabbit? I mean, I remember watching this tape a lot, and whew, you can tell we'd seen some things on it. Whenever it was last watched, it was not rewound. But it's a movie that still holds up to this day with its with what it managed to pull it off. It's like the first and only time you'll see like Bugs Bunny crossing over with Mickey Mouse in a major project, considering how protective Disney is. Going back here, we got some Columbia House tapes of a little show called The Wild Wild West. Most people know the movie that starred Will Smith. That was all, again, I like that movie. So we got 3. Actually, put them all up here. 7 cassettes of The Wild Wild West. These were released through Columbia House. So this tape has the episodes The Night of the Whirring Death and The Night of the Murderous Spring. This one has The Night of the Red-Eyed Madman, The Night of the Human Trigger. Anybody seeing a trend here with these titles? The Night the Dragon Screamed, The Night of the Eccentrics, and The Night of the Torture Chamber, The Night of the Druid's Blood. The Night the Wizard Shook the Earth, The Night the Terror Stalked the Town, The Night of the Puppeteer, The Night of the Flying Pie Plate, and the last 2 episodes we have here, The Night of the Inferno and The Night of the Double-Edged Knife. These were being released in like 1993. It's no 1993. Some of these it looks like. Oh yeah, was it 93 or 95? Oh, this one has. Okay, some of these my dad got in 1993. Some of these were 1995. Again, the Columbia House, you would literally get 2 episodes per tape. I had a bunch of Star Trek Next Generation and original series ones that I threw out because I didn't have a clue and I needed the space at the time. There is one tape here I put off to the side, and this tape has very special meaning for me. Um, it was essentially my introduction to the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. It's the Epic Begins. It's basically a summary. Uh, they edited together uh, four out of the five for episodes, first episodes of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. The entire Mouser point thing was Baxter Stockman is essentially cut out. If memory serves me right on this. But I got this tape obviously in the mid back in the 80s, and it's been through a lot. The top is gone. The entire one side is missing. It's labeling, but yeah, this was a very this was essentially again my major introduction to the Ninja Turtles, because I was a Ghostbusters fan first and foremost. So so I would have say I would have gotten this tape I would have gotten towards 1988, 1989. So it's like because living in Marlton, and that's where I got a bunch of Ninja Turtle figures along with this tape. So it's like my dad was really on the forefront at that time of like pop culture and stuff, and making sure I had like making sure I had like trendy toys and things of that sort. So I have, and this tape was essentially pushed to market as toys and stuff, because if I remember right, the coloring of the action figures actually mirrored the thing in the box here, as well as the coloring of the weapons being like a brownish and so forth there. So this is, um so yeah, I have a very very much fond memories of this particular cassette tape at a very young age. Again, first and foremost, I was a Ghostbuster fan. I actually still have my Stay Puft Marshmallow Man uh, that I got in '86. Um, but and I think I only have one real Ghostbuster action figure in my collection somewhere still from that time period. Actually, not from the original thing here. I'm going off on a sidetrack here, but yeah. Again, a lot of fond memories and of it, and we're getting some story time here regarding the Ninja Turtles. As a young kid, I like to draw a lot as a kid, and I would always try and draw the cover on this. And my mom, this would have been like 19. This would have been '89 when she came back from California. Again, long story there regarding my parents not really being in the same. It's like I have a very unique childhood in that regard. I had both parents, but just never like in the same household for a long stretch of time. But I would try and draw this cover, and my mom saw that, and my mom actually helped me learn how to draw uh, the Ninja Turtles. It was this, and also the artwork on the Ninja Turtles cereal box too. So it's like I would always try and draw. I would always try and draw 'em. Never could quite get it right without tracing, but Um, I got memories and so forth of it. So safe to say, I'm going to be holding on to this for a period of time. It's like nobody will want it. For me, it does have nostalgia. There are a lot of memories attached to this tape. It's like, again, go back to why I said at the beginning of this why I put a date uh on the Twitch VODs that poured over here. Why am I announcing a date on these pre-recorded things for when they go live? You just never know. You just never know. Miss your mom. Anyway, so that'll do it with this particular one. If you have any thoughts or comments regarding any of the movies that we ran through here that was in this box or anything of that sort, leave them in the comments section below. Like, subscribe. You know the things that everybody says, but no one actually does. Anyway, hope you have a good one. Stay safe, tighten your friendship bracelets, and we'll see you in the next video.